1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And with that, we welcome you inside the Moore Fitness Center for AAC Women's Basketball on this Tuesday evening. Hello everyone, Kate Crenshaw with you on the CIU Sports Network as Columbia International plays host to the Reinhardt Eagles. Well, these two teams as of late have been in opposite directions. First, Columbia International, winners of 4 of their last 5, including a big one over 2-seed Milligan on Saturday, where they took down the Buffs 70-60 on a day that Columbia International scored over 20 points in 3 of the 4 quarters. Meanwhile, Reinhardt 16-9 on the season. They've lost 4 in a row, all to teams they had previously beaten. Tip-off underway, and it's won by Columbia International. Jalen Twitty, Tiara Cook, Hannah Wilkerson, Zani Thompson, and Mariah Leinbach, the starting 5 on the floor for Danielle Fleming's squad. Into the corner, Jalen Twitty trying to feed Cook in the post, instead keeps it on the outside. Right wing Leinbach, dish back pass to Twitty. Spin move at the elbow, right hand from the block, off the glass and in. An early 2-0 lead for Columbia International, 30 seconds into the first. Transition pass left sideline, poked out of bounds by Cook as Reinhardt will retain possession. Their starting 5, Ivana Preston, Summer Kramer, Julia Crabb, Ashley Woodruff, and Tara Gibson. At the top of the key is Preston, right wing into the hands of Gibson. Now down low for Kramer. Jumper just outside the paint on the baseline. It falls. Summer Kramer, the graduate student out of Illinois, averaging nearly 10 points a game, ties this one up at 2. A minute gone by in the first quarter. Columbia International with the basketball. Cook at the top of the key, out from the paint. Into the left corner for Thompson. Now back the straightaway Leinbach. 3-ball hoisted, too strong as it ricochets off the backboard. Rebound pulled off the front rim by Woodruff. Transition pull-up J from the free throw line. She got it. Ashley Woodruff, this team's leading scorer, over 14 points a game, gives Reinhardt a 4-2 lead. 90 seconds into this game. Wilkerson around a Thompson screen left wing, driving left hand, window, bucket, and one. An opportunity at a 3-point play for Hannah Wilkerson as she's fouled on a layup from the left side. Guilty party is Tara Gibson, her first, Reinhardt's first. You look at the freshman campaign that Wilkerson's had. Almost 15 points a game. That's 6th best in the conference and the most among any freshman player in the AAC. She sinks the free throw, and Columbia International takes a 5-4 lead with nearly 2 minutes gone by in the first. Reinhardt with the basketball. Preston on the right wing. Met there by Wilkerson. Back at the top of the key, Gibson. They reverse it left side for Kramer. Now back down low, Preston stops in the paint, met by Thompson. Shot rejected back out of bounds by Big Zani. The AAC's leading shot blocker has been on a tear as of late. 16 rejections in her last 4 games. 8 minutes left in the first quarter. Corner 3 on its way from Kramer. Left short. Rebound snagged off the right side of the rim by Thompson. Her outlet pass in transition to Wilkerson. Punched out by Reinhardt's Ashley Woodruff. It'll be Columbia International possession. 7:56 in the opening quarter. CIU leads Reinhardt 5-4 in women's action. Thompson at the straightaway. Right corner Leinbach, cross-court pass Wilkerson. Pump fake drive. Stripped away and stolen by Kramer in the middle of the paint. She's off to the races. Kramer to Kraft, and it's poked out on a layup attempt from Julia Kraft on the back baseline by Columbia International. Reinhardt retains possession as it was Jalen Twitty who soared up the floor to just deflect that layup attempt away. Quick inbounds for Woodruff. Layup left short. Rebound Thompson off the glass. 7:30 to play in the opening quarter. Columbia International looking to build onto a 5-4 lead. Sierra Cook, a handoff pass from Thompson on the left side. Looking to dribble into the interior. Instead kicks back out to Thompson. Left wing 3. She connects. Zani Thompson, the 3rd Columbia International Ram to score as they lead 8-4. Underneath for Gibson. Left hand turnaround bucket. Just in the middle of the paint. Tara Gibson responds for Reinhardt as they're back within 2. Thompson, another straightaway 3. This one pinballs out. Gibson the board. 8-6, CIU on top. 6:50 to play in the first. Kraft onto the right wing for Woodruff. Met there by Thompson. Already has one block today. Woodruff rifles across court pass to Gibson left wing. A 2-3 zone for CIU. 8 to shoot. Gibson middle of the paint. Back top of the key. 3 from Woodruff on its way. Bullseye. 9-8 our score. Reinhardt taking the 1-point lead on an Ashley Woodruff trifecta. 6:20 to play in the first. Columbia International basketball. Wilkerson left side. Early 3 points for her as CIU trails by 1. Driving right side of the lane. Layup too strong. Off the window. Rebound Kraft. Up for Woodruff. Reinhardt in transition. Woodruff feeds low baseline for Preston. Right hand reversal layup. Banks it in. Ivana Preston becomes the 4th Reinhardt starter to find the scorebook with 5:50 left in the first quarter. The Reinhardt Eagles have taken an 11-8 lead over Columbia International. Cook, middle of the paint, left hand, can't respond. Layup rolls off the front iron. Rebound grabbed off a bounce by Preston. She stops the right elbow, kicks corner 3 for Kraft. Too strong off the back iron. Loose rebound that Jalen Twitty grabs, and then she is knocked to the floor as it was a long rebound that Twitty hauled in. And then Tara Gibson was chasing after the long loose ball, and simply the momentum of her running after it carried her into the body of Jalen Twitty. That's Gibson's second team foul against Reinhardt. An early substitution as the Eagles' leading scorer has to head to the sidelines. And we see Bo Toolings, the junior out of the Netherlands, get into this ball game for the first time today. Clock approaching 5 minutes to play in the first. Reinhardt leading 11-8. It's CIU basketball trying to snap a scoring drought over 2 minutes. Wilkerson on the baseline. Back into the right corner for Twitty. Sidesteps the defender. Floats the right hand. Left short. Rebound Kraft. Kraft across the timeline. Into the hands of Kramer. Now it's Woodruff right wing. Under 5 to play in the first quarter. Reinhardt leading by 3. Top of the key, Preston. They reverse it left side for Kraft. Into the post for Woodruff. Turnaround jumper on Thompson. Not enough under it. Howard right wing, back top of the key for Thompson. Into the hands of Twitty. Looked at the drive. Instead deals to Wilkerson at the straightaway. Right hand floater. One hop and in. Hannah Wilkerson has 5 of Columbia International's 10 points as that right hand floater ends a 2.5-minute scoring drought for Columbia International, and they're back within 1 point as they trail 11-10 to Reinhardt. 4 minutes to play in the first. Reinhardt basketball. Woodruff attacks off the dribble. Pass to the interior for Toolings. Intercepted and stolen by Howard. In transition up to Cook. Right hand off the glass. Columbia International had the numbers and took advantage as Howard and Cook had a 2-on-1 over Kramer. Tiara Cook's first bucket, and CIU's back on top 12-11. 3:35 to play in the first. Woodruff jump stop Jay, one hopping off. Thompson had the board, and she's fouled by Toolings on a reach. Her first. Reinhardt's third. Amanda Nelson, freshman out of Jasper, Georgia, checks home for the first time today. Hasn't tipped in many shots this season. Just 8 for 25 on the year. But sees about 15 minutes per game. Woodruff, meanwhile, heads to the sidelines. Thompson, low post, right hand, won't fall. Off the front iron, it falls. Rebound Kramer. Reinhardt off to the races. Into the left side for Kraft. Now feeding Tooley's middle of the lane. Toolings met with a double team there. Back out Preston. Stops at the block to Toolings' free throw line jumper. Rims out. 2:53 left to play in the first quarter. Columbia International with the basketball, leading by 1. Left side, Wilkerson on the wing, directing traffic. Handoff pass to Thompson in the front court. Now to Cook, who's popped out from the post. She attacks back into the paint. Dish out pass, Howard. Top of the key three. Off the mark, and Howard pushed the floor, but no foul called as her three-point attempt clanked off the right iron. Reinhardt with the rebound, 2:23 to play in the first quarter. Columbia International leading by 1. Reinhardt trying to find an offensive spark, haven't scored in almost 4 minutes. Tulings inside to Preston, and on the reception of the pass, if you will, Preston is pushed from behind on Jalen Twitty, who was trying to get a better position as the defender to knock it away. That's Jalen Twitty's first, Columbia International's second. 2:10 to play in the first quarter. 12-11, CIU on top. Nelson at the top of the key, right wing Kramer for three. It'll pinball off. Thompson climbs the ladder for her fourth rebound in the first quarter. Thompson, top of the key, left side Wilkerson, attacks off the dribble. Left hand from the block, left short. Rebound hauled in by Kramer. Reinhardt trying to race it away. Underneath for Kraft. Left hand hook, falls through. 1:38 left in the first quarter. Reinhardt back on top, 13-12. Tierra Cook just to the right of the straightaway. Underneath for Wilkerson, who cut into the lane off of a Thompson screen, and Wilkerson finishes with the right hand. 14-13, Columbia International leads this back and forth affair. Pass to the post, intercepted by Thompson. 1:10 left in the first quarter. Jalen Twitty, right wing three on its way. Airballed too much under it. Far out of bounds on the back baseline. It'll be Reinhardt basketball. Well, for Reinhardt, Bo Tulings exits. Meanwhile, Kiara Simpson, the redshirt freshman out of Suwanee, Georgia, steps on for the first time today. And as for Columbia International, both Hannah Wilkerson and Tierra Cook getting a breather to end the first quarter, as Deja Taylor and Hannah Trawick get their first game minutes of the afternoon. CIU leads 14-13 with 60 seconds to play in the first. Reinhardt basketball trailing by a point. Left side, Kramer. Trifecta on its way, left short. The air ball miss, hauled in by Trawick, making an immediate impact off the bench. Up the floor to Taylor. Columbia International has 44 seconds to play in the first quarter with 20 left on their shot clock. CIU leading by 1. Howard, right elbow jumper, skips off the front iron. Rebound Nelson. 1 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock with 24 seconds left in the first quarter. Errant pass from the top of the key to the left side from Rachel Lopez. Hits the second bleacher instead of her teammate. And that's the fourth turnover from Reinhardt. Columbia International will have one last look. 17 seconds left in the first quarter. CIU leading 14-13. Thompson just in front of the midcourt logo to Trawick, who popped out from the post. Jalen Twitty, 4 to shoot. Left wing three. One hop too strong. Rebound Taylor. Right corner buzzer beater three. Not enough under it as it clanks off the front iron. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. Well, Columbia International definitely got the offensive looks they wanted, but they finished just 1 for their last 7 from the floor. However, it also works in their favor that they held Reinhardt to 1 for their last 7 from the floor. Late offensive struggles for these two teams to close out the first. Can either of them snap back into a rhythm? Find out when we come back for the second, right back here on the CIU Sports Network. Columbia International leads Reinhardt 14-13. We're back on the CIU Sports Network with CIU leading Reinhardt 14-13. Second quarter action underway as both teams closed out the first on cold streaks offensively, each finishing just 1 for their last 7 from the floor. But a back and forth first. 6 different lead changes between these two AAC foes that took it to overtime in their last meeting. Top of the key, Lopez for 3. Airballed short. Reinhardt not starting out the second quarter the way they intended it to. With the shot clock running thin, Lopez was left all alone at the top of the key, a 28% shooter from the outside. That shot left short. 30 seconds into the second quarter. CIU's first look on offense. Jalen Twitty, the top of the key, attacks off the dribble. Right hand layup, left short. Whistles blow though, and she's whistled for a travel. Out of the quarter break, no changes as far as substitutions go for either team. Top of the key, Lopez. Left side, Nelson. Reinhardt trailing by a point with 1 minute gone by in the second quarter. Right side, Lopez to the top of the key, Preston. They reverse it left corner for Simpson. 8 to shoot. Lopez back to the straightaway. Right corner, Preston. 4 to shoot. Driving baseline. Pump fake, right hand. Shot over the rim. Thompson hauls in the long miss. Up to Howard. Rams on the attack to Twitty. Right corner 3. Hits off the backboard, then off the iron for the miss. Rebound Preston. Up the floor, Woodruff. Bounce pass to Simpson, opposite side of the paint. And it'll skip out of bounds off of a Columbia International defender. Hannah Wilkerson returns in the place of Jalen Twitty for CIU. Meanwhile, Kramer and Kraft, a pair of starters, are back on the floor for Nelson and Lopez, along with their leading scorer, Tara Gibson, who picked up 2 early fouls to go along with 2 points in the place of Simpson. 8.5 to play in the first half. It's 14-13 CIU. Reinhardt with the basketball. Woodruff attacks middle of the lane. Right hand layup, good. She sidestepped Trawick right around the circle and banked it in. 15-14, Reinhardt on top. Just over 8 minutes to play in the first half. Thompson's pass inside for Trawick, a little bit too leading. Taken away by Preston. Opposite end, layup, blocked back out of bounds by Thompson. Her second rejection of the day. .803 before the break. Columbia International down by 1. Inbounds pass taken away by Howard. Up the floor, left side is Wilkerson, and her dribble stripped by Preston. Up the floor for Gibson across the timeline. Pull up Jay just outside the paint, banked in. Tara Gibson with 4 points, and Reinhardt takes a 17-14 lead over CIU with the clock approaching 7.5 minutes left in the first half. Trawick left elbow to Taylor. Now left wing, Howard 3-ball. She got it. The graduate student from Anderson, South Carolina, Quanika Howard, gets her first bucket and ties us up at 17. Left side 3 from Kraft trying to answer. Left short, and it'll go back out of bounds. Reinhardt without a response. Trawick and Taylor to the sidelines as Tierra Cook and Mariah Leinbach, a pair of starters for Columbia International, return. All tied at 17, just over 7 minutes left in the half. Columbia International with the basketball, Wilkerson on the left wing. Handoff pass, Leinbach at a straightaway. Crossover dribble into the paint, runs into a body, and then a jump ball whistled at the free throw line as Leinbach and Preston got into a tug of war. Possession arrow sticks with CIU. Bo Toolings returning off the bench for Reinhardt as Gibson heads back to the sidelines. Howard, a long lob pass in the inbounds, looking for Thompson at the top of the key, taken away by Woodruff. Hesitation, pump fake, blocked by Thompson again, her third rejection. Up the floor for Wilkerson in transition. Wilkerson, left hand, off the glass and in. 6:40 left in the first half. Hannah Wilkerson has 9 points, and Columbia International takes a 19-17 lead over Reinhardt. Trying to respond, Woodruff left hand, block it away once again, Zani Thompson. Thompson has 3 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 blocks in 13 minutes on the floor. 19-17, CIU leading Reinhardt. 6:20 to play in the half. CIU basketball, Wilkerson, top of the key three, left short, off the front iron. A long rebound hauled in by Kramer, and now the full court press applied, and she's fouled by Leinbach, trying to poke it away. That's Leinbach's first. Columbia International's first. 6:10 before the break. 19-17, Columbia International leading. Looking to avenge a 75-64 loss back in early December. Tulings with the left hand, finishes from the low post, and Reinhardt notches things back up at 19. Thompson, top of the key three, off the right iron. 5:45 left in the first half, tied up at 19. Reinhardt basketball. Kraft, right wing, now for Woodruff. Woodruff right elbow, got the jumper to fall. Ashley Woodruff with a team-high 9 points gives Reinhardt a 21-19 lead, 5:24 to play in the first half. Cook out for Wilkerson. Right wing three on its way. Too strong. Long rebound hauled in by Cook. Now left side Leinbach, pump fake to Howard. Driving baseline. Pull up Jay. Off the backside. Rebound punched out. Last touch by CIU. Kraft checks out for Truett McConnell. As Nelson steps onto the floor. Meanwhile, Preston also exits in the place of Lopez. 21-19 Reinhardt, 4:46 to play in the first half. Nelson, 10 to shoot. Left side, underneath for Tulings. Pass batted away by Thompson and a foul called. That's Zani's first, Columbia International's second. 4:36 left in the first half. Reinhardt on top by 2. Woodruff at the straightaway, attacking a Wilkerson, loses her handle, swiped by Thompson. Right wing for Howard. As Columbia International tries to erase a 2-point deficit. Wilkerson, spin move into the lane, underneath for Cook. Right hand, rolls out. She'll grab her own rebound and put it back through. Timeout, Reinhardt. Tiara Cook, 4 points and 2 rebounds. Ties this game up at 21 with 4:13 in the first half. We'll be back in moments on the CIU Sports Network. All tied up at 21 with 4:13 to play in the first half. Columbia International and Reinhardt duking it out in AAC action with the regular season winding down. After tonight, just 2 teams remain on the Reinhardt Eagles schedule. They'll be at Brenau later this week and then Kentucky Christian at home over the weekend. Meanwhile, for CIU, they've got Columbia College, Union, and Point remaining in this season. Quick inbounds pass back in the action, rejected back out by Thompson. 4:05 in the first half, all tied at 21. Reinhardt basketball. Lob over the top, Nelson. Now left side, underneath Toolings, mid-post. Possession stripped away by Cook. 2-on-2. Bounce up to Wilkerson. Right hand, window, too strong. Cook the rebound, drop it back through. Second straight possession. Sierra Cook has grabbed second chance points off a second chance rebound. 23-21 CIU, 3:39 in the first half. Pass left wing, poked out by Howard, as it'll stick with Reinhardt, and they'll make a change. Toolings and Kramer to the sidelines. Woodruff and Gibson, two of their more productive players, back off the bench. Woodruff over 14 points a game. Gibson 8 points and 8 rebounds a contest. Nelson on the right arc for Reinhardt. 10 to shoot, down by 2. Trying to feed Woodruff in the post. Thompson gets in front of it and is able to deflect it up to Howard. Now underneath for Cook. Right side, Wilkerson attacks off the dribble. Spin move pass, right quarter lineback. Shakes her defender and then passes right to a defender. She had plenty of space to pull up her own shot, but I don't know if Mariah noticed. Right side, Kraft, one hop and off. Rebound Thompson. 3 minutes to play in the first half. 23-21 CIU. Wilkerson spin move into the lane. Right hand off the glass and in. Hannah Wilkerson is having herself a first half with 11 points on 50% shooting from the floor. 25-21 Columbia International. 2:40 left before the break. Right side is Kraft. Back top of the key, Lopez. They reverse it for Gibson, left wing. To Kraft, left elbow. Trying to spin on Thompson. Loses it out of bounds. Last touch, though, by CIU. They'll say it was actually stripped away. Jalen Twitty returns for Columbia International for lineback. Meanwhile, Lopez out. Preston back in for Reinhardt. A 4-point CIU lead as they're sticking to this 2-3 zone. Quick inbounds for Gibson. Left side, left short, as the shot clock was close to expiring. Underneath for Wilkerson. Fouled on the layup attempt in transition. Ashley Woodruff, the guilty party, her first. Reinhardt's first. A 6-0 CIU run over the last 2 minutes has allowed a little bit of cushion room in so far what has been a back and forth game. Wilkerson's first free throw is up and in. A freshman out of Salisbury, North Carolina. Came in averaging almost 15 points a game. She has 12 today and make it 13 with her second free throw rattling in. 2:15 left in the first half. 27-21, Columbia International leading. Reinhardt trying to end an 8-0 CIU run. Underneath for Preston. Spin move into the lane. And she's whistled for a travel. On the movement. (27-21) our score. CIU on top. Cook driving, kick out Wilkerson. And she dropped to one knee as she lost her balance and is whistled for a travel. 1:44 left in the first half. A minute and a half left in the first half. It's 27-21 Columbia International. Reinhardt basketball as they're trying to end a 4-minute scoring drought. Gibson left wing three. She does just that with a big swish. Reinhardt back within 3. 1:13 to play before the break. Wilkerson to Howard, right side. Handoff, Jalen Twitty trying to create space to Cook at the top of the key. Cook's dribble taken away by Woodruff, and then a foul as Cook tried to recover it. Tierra pick up her first. Columbia International's third. Tara Gibson back out for the Eagles as Toolings returns. 60 seconds to play in the first half. Columbia International leading 27-24. Eight seconds to shoot. Right side, Preston for three. Airballed out. CIU basketball, 35.1 on the game clock. There'll be a 5-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. $15 seconds. Howard now sets the offense in motion. Hand off to Wilkerson at the top of the key for Thompson right side. Back to Howard at the top of the key. 5 to shoot. 3 ball on its way. It rims out. Rebound poked out of bounds. Last touched by CIU with 6 seconds left. It'll be Reinhardt basketball down by 3. Can they tie it into the break? A slow rolling dribble up for Woodruff. She'll pick it up at the logo. 5-4. Racing towards the basket. Woodruff. Left hand layup. Rolls in just as the buzzer sounds. I think the basketball took more time to roll through the net than Woodruff did sprinting up the floor. However, Columbia International takes a 27-26 lead over Reinhardt into the locker rooms. These two teams back and forth throughout the first half. 10 lead changes overall as Hannah Wilkerson is your game-high scorer into the break with 13 first-half points. We'll step aside briefly and come back here in a moment with Rams head coach Danielle Fleming to hear her thoughts on the first half as her team leads Reinhardt 27-26 on the CIU Sports Network. We're back on the CIU Sports Network, now joined by Rams head coach Danielle Fleming. Coach, you head into the locker rooms up 27-26. What were your first half takeaways?
I thought we did good on defense. I thought we got the kills that we needed. We got the stops that we needed. Down the stretch, playing in transition was a benefit for us, but once, we stopped being able to get out in transition and had to slow things down, we just couldn't find the basket. So hopefully in this next half we can continue with our defensive intensity, but just pick it up offensively.
One of those key figures on defense was Zonnie Thompson. 7 rebounds, going with 4 blocks. As effective as she's been on the defensive end, just 3 points. How can some of that momentum translate into offensive production?
I think she has to play more in transition. They're taking away the trail, where her ability to shoot the 3, which is fine, but she has to be aggressive going to the basket. If she finds herself mismatched on someone smaller, she got to take advantage and get out in the post. So that's something I want to challenge her at halftime, and hopefully we see the Zonnie that we know on offense coming back out.
Just 2 for 12 from three-point range for your group. How do you challenge your perimeter shooters?
Just make them. Right now, without Hatch and Deja's injured, there's kind of slim pickings on our threes. So if you're open, knock it down. But if they're guarding you, just attack.
Heading to the second half, what will be the biggest key to a victory?
I think remaining where we are on defense. We have to limit them to second chance points, which I think we did a good job in the first half. Taking away their offense and what they want to do and putting the ball in the hole.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
She's Danielle Fleming, Rams head coach, and Columbia International leads Reinhardt at the break 27-26 in AAC play. Columbia International has won 4 of their last 5 as they try to close out the 2022-23 season on a strong note heading into the conference tournament. We'll be back for full coverage of the third quarter when we return back inside the Moore Fitness Center, right back here on the CIU Sports Network. And we're back for the second half inside the Moore Fitness Center as Columbia International leads Reinhardt in women's action 27-26. A close first half, 10 lead changes overall between these two teams. It's Reinhardt basketball in the opening session, and their first pass is intercepted by Zani Thompson. Left side, Leinbach, three ball on its way, and a swish. CIU getting the start they were looking for as Mariah Leinbach finds the scorebook. CIU takes a 30. Make that 29-26 lead. They reversed it back to a 2 from the left corner. Underneath for Gibson. Turnaround shot, left short. Cook the rebound. 45 seconds gone by in this third quarter. Wilkerson, spin move into the lane. Floater lifted, left short. 29-26, CIU on top. 9 minutes left in the third quarter. Cook pokes away a pass back to the scorer's table as Kramer was looking for Kraft back in the front court from the wing. Left side, Kramer. Defended by Cook, crossover dribble. Back up for Gibson, driving on Leinbach. Right hand doesn't beat the shot clock. Turnover from Reinhardt. Their 11th of the game. Twitty, right wing. Dish underneath for Cook. Right hand off the glass. 31-26 our score. CIU taking a 5-point lead over Reinhardt. 8:10 to play in the third quarter. Underneath, Kramer, turnaround hook, too strong. Rebound, Cook. 5-point lead for CIU. Cook trying a handoff pass to Wilkerson, but miscommunication. Wilkerson kept running, thinking it was going to be an outlet pass on a drive and dish, but it's out of bounds. It'll be Reinhardt ball. Left side, Preston, as Reinhardt trails by 5. To Woodruff at the free throw line. Spin move, left hand, one hop and off. Long rebound poked away. That will stay with the Eagles. Down low, Gibson stops the post. Turnaround hook, too strong. Rebound, pushes Leinbach to the floor. It's headed the other way. Nearly 3 minutes gone by in this third quarter, and it has not been offensively thrilling. CIU with 4 points. Reinhardt still looking for their first second half score. Rams lead it 31-26. 7 minutes left in the third. Wilkerson handoff Leinbach. Tries feeding Thompson on the perimeter. It's poked away. It'll stay CIU ball. Tooling's back onto the floor for Tara Gibson. He has 7 points today, but 3 personal fouls. Jalen Twitty on the top of the key. Stops on the free throw line, gives to Thompson. Pull up three-pointer. One hop and off. Rebound punched out. It stays with Columbia International. Lob pass over the top, Wilkerson. She's got 13, driving right hand, make it 15. Off the window goes Hannah Wilkerson, and it's 33-26 CIU. 6.5 left in the third. Kramer, left wing three on its way, pinball's out. Thompson looked at the straightaway three, instead feeds Wilkerson on the wing. Thompson, three ball up, left short. 6:09 in the third quarter. Columbia International leading by 7. Kraft, pump fake drive on the baseline, and she's fouled on a push. Weinbach, the guilty party, her second. Team's first. As Weinbach exits, Quenica Howard checks into the game. Underneath, Woodruff, defended by Howard. Left hand spin, rolls off. Woodruff will deflect it out of bounds. It's Columbia International basketball. Timeout. Reinhardt, 5:49 in the third quarter. 33-26. Columbia International will be back on the CIU Sports Network. .549 in the third quarter. It's 33-26. Columbia International leading Reinhardt. So far in this third quarter, it has been all CIU. But when I say all CIU, it has not been much. Just a 6-0 advantage in the third quarter out of halftime for Columbia International. Their lead now at 7 points with 5:40 to play in the third. CIU basketball. Thompson at the top of the key. Feeds Cook in the low post. Tries going opposite side of the paint for Howard, but the pass is intercepted by Kraft, and then a jump ball picked up in transition as Kraft and Twitty both went after for a tug of war. Possession arrow stays with CIU. They're going to make some shot clock adjustments. It'll now say 15 seconds up there. Wilkerson's layup rolls out. Cook the offensive glass. To Thompson, the free throw line. Pump fake Jay. Too strong, but she's fouled and will head to the line for two. Foul goes against Woodruff. Her second. Team second. (35-26). CIU on top as Thompson made both free throws. 5 minutes to play in the third. Woodruff back outside Kramer. Left wing Preston. Back out Woodruff. And she's fouled on a drive as she pump faked. And Cook took the bait and flew into her body. Tierra Cook will pick up her second. Columbia International's second team foul. Reinhardt basketball still looking for their first points in the third. Down low Woodruff, back out Kramer. 13 to shoot, opposite side. Kraft, right corner three on its way. It rattles off. And in this third quarter, Reinhardt is 0 for 6 from the floor. Thompson from the straightaway. 4.5 to play in the third. Howard at the top of the key. Handoff pass, Cook. Right block, right hand floater, too much. Thompson the offensive glass. Her putback is too strong as well. Transition pass, gets away from Woodruff. Another turnover from Reinhardt. And a Trawick into the game for Cook. As Preston and Woodruff exit, we see the return from the first half. Amanda Nelson and Rachel Lopez. Twitty, top of the key three, not enough. 35-26, CIU leads, 4 minutes to play in the third. Kraft fouled on a drive, whistled on the floor. Step back three for Kramer, too strong. Nelson the offensive rebound. Kramer left wing into the hands of Kraft, met there by Trawick, underneath for Toolings. And a foul whistle on the floor in the paint against Jalen Twitty. She'll pick up her third. Columbia International's fourth. As Twitty exits, lineback returns. Inbounds for Lopez to the top. 20 on the shot clock. Handoff pass. Kraft right side. Columbia International leading by 9. And a travel whistle against Lopez, far wing. (35-26). Columbia International leading Reinhardt. We've had almost 7 minutes in this third quarter and just 8 total points scored, and they've all been from Columbia International. Howard at the top of the key for Thompson. And the free throw line, Trawick, 10 to shoot. Right hand hits off the side of the backboard. Recovered by Toolings. Reinhardt basketball. Kraft has it taken away by Howard. 2:38 in the third quarter. Top of the key, Thompson for three. She got it. 38-26, CIU on top by 12. 2:25 left in the third quarter. Lopez, left side three ball. She responds. And with 2:12 in the third quarter, Reinhardt has their first points of the second half. After starting this third quarter, make that 0 for 8 from the floor. Now they're now 1 for 9. 38-29 our score, Reinhardt the steal. Lopez again, top of the key this time. That one rolls off. Wilkerson, right hand, too strong. Linebot grabs the rebound, puts it back through. 40-29 our score, 1:34 in the third. Kraft, right side three ball, not enough under it. Thompson the rebound. CIU on top by 11 with 1:15 in the third quarter. Wilkerson loses her dribble. And a foul whistled as as a pair of bodies dove after the loose ball. Leinbach picks up her third, Columbia International's fifth. And that'll send Nelson to the line. Asia Taylor into the game for Wilkerson, Columbia International. Nelson, the freshman out of Jasper, Georgia. Her first is up and good. The second drops through. 40-31 our score. 1 minute to play in the third quarter. And a backcourt violation against Columbia International. Lopez, top of the key, 54 seconds left in the third. Preston to Gibson, right-hand reversal, blocked back by Thompson. Once again, Zani Thompson, her fifth rejection of the afternoon. .37 seconds in the third, CIU up by 9. Taylor, right wing three on its way, and rattles out. Rebound battle for out of bounds. It'll be CIU possession. Ten seconds on the shot clock, 19 on our game clock. Left side, Lineback three. Too strong, rebound Preston. 13 seconds left in the third. Up the floor for Lopez. 9 seconds. Out left side, Nelson hesitates, goes to Woodruff at the top. Back to Lopez, 3 seconds. A long three on its way, one hop and off. And that will end the third quarter. Columbia International takes a 40-31 lead into the fourth as they hold Reinhardt to just one made basket in the third quarter. Reinhardt from the floor goes 1 for 13. Quick math, 7.7%. Not the way they started out offensively. We'll be back for the fourth. We return on the CIU Sports Network. .40-31 our score. Columbia International leading Reinhardt with the fourth quarter underway. Woodruff, left side. Now right wing, that's Lopez. Turnaround jumper from Woodruff, left short. It's a shot clock violation. Howard, handoff to Lineback. Now Thompson, top of the key three on its way. Left short and out of bounds. 9:11 left. CIU up by 9. Kramer and Kraft return for Nelson and Lopez. Kramer across the timeline. Back left side for Woodruff. Gibson to Kramer once again. Left side, Woodruff. Down low, Gibson, low post. Trying to spin on Cook and does. Shot won't fall. Howard out of the corner. Goes Linebach, middle of the paint. Jump shot, got it, and one. An opportunity at a three-point play for Mariah Linebach. Foul goes against Kraft, her first. Team's first. Free throw off the right side. It's 42-31, Columbia International. 8:20 to play in the fourth quarter. Right side, Kramer. Deals down low, Gibson on the baseline. Left hand won't go. Tries throwing a shot back up, and it's deflected out of bounds. Woodruff, right elbow three. Right elbow jumper, I should say, too strong. She'll get her own rebound. Back to Preston. Here's whistle for a travel. Wilkerson, an opportunity at a three-point play. 44-31 our score, and Hannah Wilkerson has 17 tonight. Easily a game high. Yara Simpson returning, redshirt freshman out of Sewanee, Georgia, for Gibson. Way up off the mark from Kramer. Rebound hauled in from Howard. Howard shakes two defenders, deals to Wilkerson. Spin move with the right block. Off the glass and in. But take away the basket for a travel. Seven minutes left in the fourth. A 14-point lead for Columbia International. Pull up, three on the right side from Kramer off the mark. Wilkerson, the board. Dish to Cook, low post. Right hand, up and one. An opportunity at a three-point play for Tiara Cook. That made basket takes her into double figures with 10 and gives Columbia International a 16-point lead with just under 7 minutes left. Free throw off the mark. Preston's layup won't fall. Woodruff, the offensive rebound. Pump fake and dish from Simpson back to Woodruff. Jumper, too strong. Wilkerson driving and goes off the glass. She's got 20 tonight. You look at the recent string of games for Hannah Wilkerson. Had 24 points against Milligan on Saturday. She has 20 here tonight. As whistles blow underneath, Preston fouled, attacking the basket. Then back against Bryan on Thursday. Wilkerson a team high 20 that night. 3 straight games. 20 points or more for Wilkerson. And you can't say it's a timing thing. Nelson, right corner 3, off the mark. Rebound hauled in by Lineback. Columbia International leading by 18. Less than 6 minutes to play, but for Wilkerson, a player who's trying to spin her way into the paint and bank it off the glass, but trying to pull in the AAC's Freshman of the Year award. She's going to have one of the best cases in the conference. She's going to be averaging over 15 points a game or right around it through the end of the season. The left side 3 from Gibson is good. It's now 51-34, Columbia International with 5:19 left. But Wilkerson, you take a look at the numbers. 15 points a game, 5 rebounds a contest, shooting almost 40% from three-point range. She's shooting almost 40% from the floor. She's shooting almost 75% from the line. If those numbers don't do it, I don't know what does. 4:57 in the fourth. Gibson driving. And she's fouled on the attack prior to the shot by Tiara Cook. Her third, CIU's second. Jalen Twitty back in for Lineback. Woodruff exits. We see Toolings return. Spin around from Gibson is good. 4:29 left. It's 51-36. Columbia International. Cook's jumper won't fall. 4 minutes left in the fourth. 51-36. Columbia International. Toolings in the paint. It's fouled by Wilkerson. Wilkerson picks up her second. Team's third. Toolings at the stripe for 2. First, too strong. And her second is good. Timeout. Reinhardt. 51-37 our score. 3:50 left. Columbia International leads on the CIU Sports Network. 3:50 left in the fourth quarter. Columbia International leads Reinhardt 51-37. The Eagles have come storming back here as of late. A 6-0 run over the last 90 seconds. Twitty driving with the shot clock expiring. Right-hand layup rims out. 3:15 left. Columbia International leading by 14. Cook intercepts a pass and then is fouled by Gibson. That's her fourth. Or make that, excuse me, her fifth. Tara Gibson finishes with just 5 points and 3 rebounds today. Came in averaging 8 and 8 a game. Or make that, she had 12 points today. 5 in this fourth quarter. Jalen Twitty, right wing three. She got it. 54-37. Columbia International on top. 2:35 left. Preston pull-up jumper. Too strong. Wilkerson the rebound. And her right-hand layup won't fall. Twitty grabs the rebound. And they'll reset the offense with 2:20 left. Twitty the steal, off to the races, runs into a defender, throws a layup up, banks it in anyway. Jalen Twitty with 7 points, and Columbia International takes a 56-37 lead. Preston's layup won't fall. This is deflected out of bounds. Lopez jumper was good. .47 seconds left. Looking ahead for both teams. As an illegal screen whistled against Thompson. We'll give it back to Reinhardt. 43 seconds left, and CIU up by 14 points. As for Reinhardt, they will fall to 16-10 on the season, 15-7 in the AAC. They'll be at Brunel coming up on Saturday. Meanwhile, Columbia International improves to 13-12 on the year, 12-9 in the AAC. Long rebound hauled in by Jalen Twitty with 30 seconds left. Less than a second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. CIU will be on the road this Thursday at Columbia College with a 5 o'clock tilt in conference play. It is less than a second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. 9 seconds left, 8, 7, right side. 3 ball on its way from Howard, too strong. And Twitty grabs the rebound. And that will end this ball game. Leinbach took a hard hit at the end, but she gets up laughing. All in the spirit of a win. It's 56-41 final. Columbia International defeats Reinhardt. We'll be back for our post-game coverage. We speak with Rams head coach Danielle Fleming on the victory. We come back on the CIU Sports Network. We're back on the CIU Sports Network, now joined by Rams head coach Danielle Fleming. Coach, a 56-41 win for your group over Reinhardt. 4 wins out of your last 5 games. Your team hitting the groove right here in crunch time towards the conference tournament. What was the biggest key to today's victory?
Defense. When you hold someone, especially a good team like Reinhardt, to 41 points, I mean, that's exactly what we want. Struggled a little offensively, but it doesn't matter if we did or not because our defense kind of carried us.
You spoke there at halftime about the defensive intensity for your group, and Reinhardt was just able to shoot 16% in the second half. How proud of you for how your group stepped up.
I'm so proud. All week, we've been playing defense in practice and just working on, covering ground. We're so long at times. Zani Thompson did amazing protecting baskets. So, I'm extremely proud of them.
On the offensive side, though, Hannah Wilkerson had herself another day, her 3rd straight game with over 20 points, 22 this afternoon. A talented freshman for a coach who's making her case. Why should Hannah Wilkerson be the AAC's Freshman of the Year?
We've beaten some of the top freshmen in the league, and she continues to go out every game and give us everything she has. There's nothing that she will not do for us, and I knew that she was something special in preseason when we were on the track, and she wasn't nowhere near making her time, but she was striding home down that backstretch, and she dove outside for the finish line. I'll never forget that, and that little stuff like that proves to be who she is today, so I couldn't be more proud.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
She's Danielle Fleming, Rams head coach, as they locked up a 56-41 victory over Reinhardt. A big win for this group as Reinhardt came in as the 4th seed overall in the conference with just a week left in the regular season. But joined by our player of the game, Hannah Wilkerson. Wilk, your 3rd straight with over 20. Today you dropped 22. You're clicking just right offensively as the regular season comes to a close. What's working so well?
I think it's because my teammates, they do a good job at pushing me every practice, and they really believe in me. So when I have teammates that believe in me and my coaches, then it's good to translate it throughout the game.
Coach spoke about how the defense stepped up in the second half. Reinhardt just 4 for 25 in the second half. As a player who is out there on the floor, what shifts and changes did you guys make to hold them to such a low scoring effort?
I think we just allowed ourselves to have a high energy on defense like we did on offense too. And it was important to talk and really communicate to one another, and I think that really got our defense going.
Hannah, it's no secret you're in the conversation for the Conference Freshman of the Year. I just asked Coach Fleming to make her claim. For you as the player itself, what would it mean to you to win that award?
It'll mean a lot. I mean, just all the hard work, it'd be for something. So, yeah, it'd really mean a lot. So.
At Columbia College on Thursday, what'll be the biggest key that you hope this team can maybe clean up some things from today before Thursday?
I think we just need to be more consistent and allow us to minimize how many runs that the other team goes on. We find ourselves getting on a lot of runs, but then we find ourselves slacking sometimes. So I think if we just stay consistent throughout all 4 quarters, I think we'll be good.
Thanks, Hannah.
Thank you.
She's Hannah Wilkerson, today's player of the game, as Columbia International defeats Reinhardt 56-41 behind a 22-point performance from Wilkerson. That'll wrap up our women's coverage. We'll be back on the men's side of things just around the corner. We return to the Moore Fitness Center on the CIU Sports Network.